Good evening, folks. Welcome inside the Luke Urban Fieldhouse. Girls basketball Big 3 action on tap. Great to be back with you at Durfee. Evan Massoud and Zach Souza. Zach catching one more game before heads back for the spring semester at UMass Dartmouth. And tonight is middle school night. We see a bunch of the middle school players here from around the city being honored pregame, so that's always fun too.
Yeah, it's fun. That's the future right there, so it's cool to see.
You got that right. So tonight on tap, again, Big 3 girls hoops. This is like the biggest game of the year for the girls because New Bedford's in town, and we all know the history of Durfee, New Bedford. Whalers coming in at 4-7. They've lost to Brockton in the Big 3. And Durfee girls coming in at 1-7. That one win being what we saw at Somerset back in December in our first winter sports game. So Lady Hilltoppers have a lot of work to do. We saw them against this last Tuesday against Stang here, and it was a rough game. It was a winnable game. They just couldn't. There were a lot of missed shots, a lot of layups that didn't go on open looks, mind you. And that was something Coach picked up just like I did during the game. And he says, you've got to finish better. Every time you get the ball, you've got to finish. If you got the ball going to the basket, focus on scoring.
Yeah, definitely. And they've had it rough so far, but there's still time left in the season to maybe turn this around and turn into more of a positive season.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, again, 1-7, that's a tough road to get into the tournament. It's certainly not out of the question. Both New Bedford and Durfee 0-1 in the Big 3, so they've both lost to Brockton. Brockton with that commanding 2-0, 2-0 record in the Big 3. You're going to probably have to get in via your overall record, and that means for Durfee basically winning, 9 of their last 12 games.
Right.
So that's a tall order. But right now, mathematically, it's not impossible. So let's run down the starters. I'll take New Bedford, Zach, and you can take Durfee. So for the Whalers, led by Jordan Pena in his 5th season. Number 1, Captain Kelsey Resendiz. Number 14, the center, Janice Leo. Very tall underneath. Look for her to be a player. Number 23, Captain Monica Ayers. Number 24, Savannah Gordon. And number 34, Kennedy Franklin. We're going to get to Durfee right after the Star Spangled Banner. Zach, you're at UMass, and Shaylin Carrero, who scored 1,000 points in her 4-year career here as a Hilltopper. She's there too, and recently just got a nice honor. We were talking about it last week. Player of the Week for the Little East, right?
Yeah.
Not too shabby for a freshman.
No, that's a big honor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I mentioned that because she is here tonight, as we always see a bunch of alums like yourself coming to these games during winter break, which is quite extended for college. We're already back to normal here, but you guys still haven't started spring semester yet, so always good to see the alums. As promised, we have Durfee starters. Zach, take it away.
Durfee starters, we have number 2, Mackenzie Carrero. Number 3, Ataya Rivera. Number 15, Catherine Callahan. Number 21, Anusha Lemian. Number 33, Crystal Diaz. Durfee's Lady Toppers are led by head coach Marcel Smith.
The whistle sounds, tip-off coming up for you. Thrilled to have multi-camera shoot here. We've got a full crew at the field house for tonight as well. Jake Fitzgerald directing, Gary Lead on camera, Carson Morello on camera, Tyler Texera is going to be doing some co-directing, may run some camera as well, so he's kind of, floating around for us. So we got a full crew tonight to bring you girls hoops on Fred TV. JV lost 31-17, really a slow JV game until the fourth quarter. I think halftime it was like 10-6 or something. It was
9-4 something.
It was very, very low scoring. Picked up a bit later in the game. New Bedford put it away. They had pretty strong fourth quarter. So the Lady Whalers took JV, and now varsity looking to do the same. That's put up by Diaz for 2. The Hilltoppers open the scoring with points. Backwards pass, and had to let it go, otherwise it would have been back court, and then it ends up going out off of, I think that was Callahan. It went out off, or it might have been a Lemian. No, it was Callahan. Callahan had to go off of her, and so New Bedford gets to keep it. Resendiz thought of 3, going outside to her co-captain airs it out, throws it away. Atia Rivera will inbound for the Hilltoppers. That inbounding pass goes right to the Lady Whalers. Resendiz going to the corner to Gordon. Jump ball. We're touching on the Hilltoppers with, again, some of the offensive struggles. Again, that Stang game was really a weird game. I did that one solo, and they were never really out of it. Stang came in with just one. I think they were like 7-1, 8-1. And actually, you know what? It's in the book, so I can tell you now. Hello. Yeah, 8-1. And they didn't play like an 8-1 team, let me tell you that. And the Hilltoppers didn't play like a team with just one win. It was just kind of almost sloppy all around from both sides. And the Hilltoppers lost it. It was a close game, 45-38. 7-point lead with the number of missed shots from both sides. It could have gone either way. It was one of those, like, nothing wanted to fall for either side. Yeah. And it was most certainly, my eyes and in Coach's eyes, a winnable game for Durfee. I think it kind of slipped away late, but that goes back to the offensive stuff, though. You got to finish. You got to get to the basket, and if you're going to score, you got to score. If you have the ball, you're going to score. You can't just put it up and hope it goes in. Full focus on the basket and the task at hand, and that's something he's looking for. And, of course, the defense, they've been really working hard, get better with a, one-on-one, man-to-man defense, which is not something the Hilltoppers have always done. That's Coach's way of thinking. He wants them to be playing that kind of high-test defense, pressure, pressure, pressure. He says, I feel good about it tonight. Well, first 2 minutes of the game, Hilltoppers have a 2-0 lead. They've held the Whalers scoreless. I don't think the Whalers really have had one shot on net.
No, they haven't even had a good shot attempt yet. Durfee seems to be doing what I've seen a couple times. They seem to be trapping in the corners a lot, which could really help them.
First foul of the night's on Monica Ayers, and Diaz is at the line shooting 2. She did miss the first. Misses the second as well. Leo boxing out, using her height, and got that rebound. Good feed to Resendiz, thrown away. Atia Rivera was there. Timeout called by Coach. Great quick call right there. Keep possession, otherwise probably would have been a jump ball.
Right.
So just over 2 minutes in, our first timeout, a necessary timeout as we, Coach seeing that the Hilltoppers needed help with possession and going to preserve it with the timeout.
Hilltoppers defense seems to be doing good right now, though. So they just got a nice steal right there. They've been seem to be on them so far.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's early. We'll see how it goes through the game. But yes, we like what we're seeing so far.
Yeah.
Again, the only basket, Crystal Diaz, number 33. she opened the scoring and then missed those last 2 free throws. So she's the only one right now. And, you know, if JV's any indication, it may be a low-scoring night. We'll see how things pan out. Buzzer sounds. We're back to the action here. Hilltoppers got to inbound it. Atia Rivera weaving her way around everybody to the basket and doesn't get it to fall. Slaps it out. No foul, and she takes it right back.
Love the energy.
I
back
do
on
too.
it.
I do too. But, you know, the layups, and this was one of the things in the the Stang game. You know, Rivera had a hard time getting some of those layups to fall. For 3, Diaz. She had a hard time with some of those open look layups. She just kind of hurled it up and didn't get a good feel on it. And I'm hopeful for her sake that she can, you know, maybe turn around a little bit, because that was a very frustrating night for her against Bishop Stang. She had 7 points, added a couple layups late in the game, but 4 of the 7 points came in that 4th quarter. So it was a long night, I would say, for Atia. She's had some games, you know, where she's up 15 points, and that goes back to last year. She can be very dangerous underneath, but last couple games, I don't know, the release point or just not getting a good look at it. But quick inbounding pass, Alemian definitely
some contact.
Yeah, most certainly her arm. Hilltopper's going to pick up their first foul on offense. Catherine Callahan gets called on it. Going to the basket, no good. The putback is no good, and the Hilltop, no, Leo comes away with it. That time's going to go out of play. Durfee ball.
Pick up.
Right, the defense definitely quicker than last Tuesday against Stang, for sure, a week and a half ago. The Stang game, mind you, because you folks are seeing it. This is a Friday night game, folks. You're seeing it on Tuesday after the Martin Luther King weekend here. So it was Tuesday the 8th, so about, you know, almost 2 full weeks ago now, basically, since that game. And Durfee's defense looks quite a bit quicker than against Stang. And New Bedford's playing quicker than Stang was, I can tell you that, too.
This game is very fast-paced, up and down, up and down.
Yeah.
Very high energy from both sides. Hope Durfee can keep it consistent, though. That's the only way that's going to help them in the end, if they can keep the consistency up.
Gil Marie Vasquez, number 11. She's a freshman in there now. And Coach Pina telling me she's actually from Fall River. So New Bedford stealing away a potential Durfee player. That was almost a carry from Atia. She got away with one there. Rebound, foul. Mayette going to shoot 2. But, yeah, this roster, if you look at New Bedford's side, a couple freshmen on varsity. Coach really likes the balance. You know, they got, you know, some experience. Monica Ayers is one. Janice Leo. Resendiz, of course. Sakara. Furland is from New Bedford. Volk. She's a senior. She made the switch over to here. There's some good talent on this team for the Whalers as we get our first look at them. Leo is fouled.
That's going to be a huge height advantage for New Bedford.
Oh, yeah.
She is very tall.
That foul is on Atia Rivera, both sides with 2. Vasquez, the freshman, puts it up for 2, and the Whalers are on the board. But yeah, like I said, Coach Pina very excited about the Whalers team here. They're definitely young. They have some experience, and then they also have some of that youth. So that's kind of the balance that any coach, you know, probably hopes for. Good feed underneath, and that goes over the basket. Vasquez is there on the other side, loses the ball. We may see a jump ball, and we do.
Should be going Durfee's. Oh, it's going towards New Bedford.
Yeah, Durfee had the last one.
I always lose track.
I do too. For some reason, that one stuck in my mind. Sorry. Out of bounds. Oh, and it's going to be Durfee ball.
Ooh. No.
I'm a little surprised. I thought that was a Whaler ball.
Yeah, I thought we had tapped it out.
The Hilltoppers get possession on maybe a home call, we'll say. Oh, that was almost a travel from Carrero. Did not get the shot up. That's for 3 in the tie. No good and not a play. Carrero didn't get set there, and I think if she had gotten set, probably could have gotten a little more on it. It wasn't high enough, the arc, to get in the basket. And Carrero going to bring it out. Following Callahan. Gets it to Callahan. Good feet underneath. There's Rivera for you.
Nice underneath pass.
That's the bread and butter right there. And that was a good look. Able to bank it in. That's what I mean. When she just throws it straight up and kind of loops it in, I almost feel like she does better when it hits the glass. That's for 2. And I believe that was Gaylord just in off the bench, number 3. Kind of got screened a little bit there. Rivera trying to bank it in. That time, no. Going to get the rebound back. Gets it out to Callahan. Nice second effort from Rivera. Easily, oh, that's a travel. Rivera easily overmatched when you consider the height difference with her and Leo when they get near each other. But, Rivera's quicker to the ball if it's on the ground. So there's, there's advantages for both sides.
A lot quicker.
Stolen. Carrero. Fouled and 1. And you know what? That foul from Vasquez, that's to me some of the freshman inexperience here. It's you're 6 minutes into the game. Let it take the shot.
Not a smart foul.
You know what I mean? There's no need to foul in that situation, especially given the height difference and everything. You're not going to get to the ball. You're going to grab the forearm, if anything. The and 1, no good. 9-4 Hilltoppers. Going to the corner to Gaylord. Gaylord puts it up, no good. Leo reaching with the long arms out to Ayers for 3. That one wide to the right, and the Hilltopper is going to come away with it. Carrero 2-on-1. Diamond Gerald in there with some help. Going to lose the ball.
Oh.
And Carrero getting called on a foul. An interesting call considering she was tumbling on the ground. Those are the hardest to see. I mean, we got the bench, and then you got players standing, you got coach standing. It's very difficult to see a foul on the floor like that. Diamond Gerald just in the game. She's picking up her fourth team foul, and the Whalers will take their first shots from the line. And that is number 22. That's Andrea Sequeira. She's subbed in as well. So a couple bench players in there for Coach Pina of the Whalers. And the first one misses. So far between both sides here, a lot of missed free throws. That one goes. That's the first made free throw in 7 tries between the two teams. Carrero, no foul, all ball. She got all the way through traffic and then just couldn't put it up. That's off the side of the glass. 2-on-1. Oh, look at that. Look at Leo just come in and take it away.
To the rim. Look in. Attack.
She's been very impressive. Gerald tipping it away. And a foul. Leo picking up her first foul. 4 for both sides here as we are in the final minute of the first. Good first quarter so far.
A lot of defense.
Yeah, low scoring, a lot of turnovers, but a lot of those turnovers have been forced on defense, not necessarily sloppy play.
Right.
Which is always good to see. Look at that steal from Leo. You kidding me? All the way down the court. Furland is there. Going to end around, throws it away. That's a bad turnover. Both teams dealing with turnover trouble. On the season, that was almost a self-pass, and it's actually a travel. New Bedford, according to coach, is averaging 30 turnovers a game. That's a lot of turnovers. You've got to protect the ball better.
That could be probably the main source of their losing skid, only having 4 wins, 4 and 7. That could probably change the whole record around you. Get that number down.
No, that's very true.
That is insane.
You got to protect the ball. Anytime you have the ball and you give it away, you don't come away with points, you're only hurting yourself. So that's absolutely true. Gerald comes flying in. Ayers underneath Leo all alone. Her first basket. It's a 2-point game. 7 seconds on the clock. Carrero crossing half court. 3 seconds on the clock. 1. Got to take a shot. It is off, and it is good! Oh, man. How about that? Wow. You're kidding me. Well, that's one for the highlight reel. Holy cow. Wow. Gotta love it.
That was awesome.
Gotta love it. We saw this. We did Diamond Boys on Monday, and Tyler was with me at Diamond for that one. Diamond and Conley at Diamond. And I'm telling you, this was probably the best game, and most fun I've had calling a basketball game in probably 2 years at least. I'm not kidding. They ended the third quarter with a buzzer 3, just like that.
Yeah.
And it was like an impossible shot because it was a turnover with literally like 1.5 seconds on the clock. And they ended the third. Viveris hit the 3. They're up by 6. And then that's not even the whole story is they went up. They started the fourth with an 8-0 run. They went up 54-40. And then Conley, just one loss on the season, with 5:55 to play, put up 28 points. They ended up winning the game. They came all the way back. It was an incredible second half, like something I've never seen before. I mean, really, it was really something.
Complete turnaround.
Oh, you said it,
Yeah.
without a doubt.
Wow.
12-7 after that. Fantastic. Maybe a little luck involved three-pointer for Carrero, but, you know, the scorebook doesn't determine luck. It's just a 3. And it was great. She got the shot off. Even better, it went in for Durfee. So a 5-point lead to start the second quarter. Diaz shooting the outside shot, no good. She's got 5, and Mackenzie has 5. And Ayers for 3. That one very long and no good. Passing out. Ooh, thought of a 3. Oh. Instead, the bank shot from Furland to tie it. A 5-0 run here in the first 60 seconds for the Whalers to start the second quarter. Outside here, off-balance shot from Soares, not very good. That one had way too much on it. That's for 3. No good, and a little stutter step when she was getting set. Some nights that's a travel.
Yeah, could have easily been called a travel. I've seen it many times.
Loose ball thrown away. Hilltoppers with the turnover trouble here in the first 90 seconds of the second quarter. Now the other direction. I mean, you know, what do you want? Anusha Lemian can't put it up. She's going to get her own rebound and reset. Underneath to Diaz, double teamed, no foul, taken away. Leo on the bench to start the second quarter, in fact. And of course, we started a little late here, just talking to athletic director Brad Buston. Hilltoppers pick up their 6th foul, 2nd for Callahan. The Durfee boys are down by 8 at the half, 27-19 in New Bedford. And again, they started on time, so they're already at halftime. This is real time we're talking here, but we'll probably have a result for you on the air before this is done, if they were already at halftime. So Diaz, that's, a foul. Again, she kind of started step 2. Some of these calls, some of the footwork, I'm watching the feet, and really could go either way in terms of fouls. I'm sorry, travels. There was a foul beforehand, before the whistle. Diaz trying to get her own rebound after just throwing it up there, no good. Loose ball, Durfee gonna get it back.
I think those are the shots that Coach Smith is talking about, where they're just throwing it up rather than taking a good set shot.
Yeah, I mean, and this is, you know, obviously you always want kind of a high-paced game. You want to keep the flow going. But, you know, for me at the same time, you just started the second quarter. I mean, you want to leave something in the tank for the fourth as well. Play out the game and then, you know, really push later. And again, that's just me. That's just my own opinion. I've never coached, so, you know, who am I? I'm just the mouthpiece behind the game. That is no good. Rivera comes away with it. Full steam ahead. Challenge to the basket. Little shoulder action and the deuce.
Does she get tired? She's just running back and forth all day.
She doesn't get tired, that's for sure.
Wow. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, she's very quick. Another turnover for New Bedford. Hilltoppers could build on their now 4-point lead, 16-12. Out to India Cody, who just came into the game, trying to get around the defender. And, ooh, a quick whistle. That's a quick foul right there on Andrea Sekera, number 6 for the Whalers, both sides with a half dozen. Oh, loose ball. Butterfingers, as they say.
Pass was just right through him.
Really, it was a good pass.
Unfortunate.
I don't think she was really, I almost feel like she wasn't looking for it, or she didn't see it to the last, something was amiss there.
It was a perfect pass.
And underneath, oh, and a foul. Number 7 for Durfee. And it is on Anush Alemian, her first. And the good news, actually, really both sides spreading out the fouls pretty well. Only one player with 2, and that's Catherine Callahan. So 13 fouls in the game, 12 players with fouls. It looks like it's Resendiz. It is. Number 1, Resendiz shooting 2, and she hits the first. Second, no good. Leo in there for the rebound, and 1.
What's going on here?
Oh, no basket. It was offensive.
Oh.
Offensive foul.
Okay.
So that's a big break for Durfee, because that could have been a game-tying 3-point swing.
Right.
Halfway through this second quarter, travel. Outside to tie it. That might have been tipped because it didn't leave the hands very good. Just kind of died.
Yeah. It didn't leave her hands cleanly.
No, I think one of the Hilltoppers got a hand in there to a fingertip in there, slow it down. I mean, a wide open 3 definitely has more on it than what we just saw. So we'll credit the Durfee defense again, which has looked pretty good here in the first half.
Yeah, they've looked very good so far, really well.
Diaz wants a 3. There's one for Diaz. That's her second from downtown. She's got 8 points. That one from outside the other end, Leo there to put it back. No, underneath, hit the glass. Diaz, one-on-one. Flips it up, nobody on the other side, and it does not fall. That was Rivera. I'm sorry. Did I say Diaz?
Yeah. Let's see.
Eighth foul for Durfee, first for Diaz. She's the 13th different player with a foul in this game. So 1-1 now as the Whalers are in bonus. Gordon at the line. No good on the 1-1. And the Hilltoppers with the rebound. Furland, her second foul. 7th for the Whalers, and they're in. Now the Hilltoppers have bonus shots. So Carrero going to the line, 1-1.
Thank you. Hit her first, then you'll get the ball.
And she hits that all-important first shot. Hilltoppers with 20 points. It's a 7-point lead, their largest lead of the night. Second one good as well. Big trip to the line there for Carrero. We're getting toward the end of the first half. Good passing for the Whalers. They get the ball down the court quickly. Gonna go all alone. Good defense from Gerald as Gaylord's blocked on her way to the basket.
Whalers did a good job of beating the press, though, but Gerald is back and ready for the fast break.
Quick three from Ayers, and it's off the back of the rim.
Get on the floor.
Ooh, a jump ball. No one had control of it.
100.
Yeah, I think that ball was still loose.
It was still loose.
No one had possession.
Well, Durfee's going to catch the break, but I don't see how that's a jump
Yeah.
ball when it's still rolling around on the floor.
A quick call, quick to call it.
Yeah, really. Oh, nice around the back from Tia Rivera. Oh, it doesn't go. Leo breaking. Jumper, no good. Another three attempt, no good. Callahan almost loses it, spins. Oh, almost. Had a good angle and it bounced back out. And now Gaylor with her first foul. 8th team foul for the Whalers. First shot no good for Callahan. Still looking for her first points of the game. Second one is good. Hilltoppers have given themselves a 9-point lead with 2 minutes to play in the first half. That's a quick three. That one's long. The Whalers not feeling the outside shot. Well, Ayers is going to get a second try at it. Another rebound. And that was put in by Furland for two. Nice feed to Gerald. Underneath for two. Love it.
Beautiful pass in motion, too. She just didn't stop moving. Swung right through.
Well executed. Selfless basketball. Leo out again to Ayers. Ayers gets the three that time. That's her second this quarter. 6 points for her.
I have all 5 timeouts left, right? Thank you. Come on.
Rivera to Alemian. 60 seconds to play in the first half. Hilltoppers up by 6. Seven on the shot clock. They go out to Carrero. No good. Leo boxing out. And a foul, I believe. Yep, foul coming on Tia Rivera. It's going to be her second foul. 9th foul for Durfee in the first half. And a 1-and-1. Leo is going to go to the line. Hilltoppers bringing in Kira Dance, number 4. And having Atia sit down probably for this last 45 seconds. Nope, don't want a chance. A third foul in the first half, I'm sure. Leo hits the first.
Janet. Hey, you and Monica switch. Monica, come deep. I'm a player wing. Angie, play a wing.
This would cut the lead to 4. No good. Oh, Gerald.
Hey,
That's a jump ball, too. Again, kind of quick, I think.
Yeah, they're not giving it any time for the play to happen. They're just calling it right when they see something.
Yeah. Leo. Oh, it rolls off the rim.
Oh.
Passing tipped out of bounds. It'll be Durfee ball.
That's good defense from Gerald on Leia down low. A player that tall, you're not going to block her. You just got to make her shot uncomfortable. That's the only way it's going to work.
Oh, absolutely, because then, if you make contact, you're going to get a whistle.
Yeah,
so
no way you're blocking her, so just make her uncomfortable when she goes up.
Inbounding pass goes to New Bedford. That's out for 3. No good. 24.8 on the clock. The inbound to Leo. And Coach Pina gets timeout called with 19.6 on the game clock, 16 seconds on the shot clock.
Good defense by Durfee to force that timeout. They really made it so that Leia had nobody to pass to. Trapped her in the corner, and there was nowhere she could go with it.
And that's kind of like how Coach Smith called timeout in the first 2 minutes, and what could have been a jump ball or a possession issue. Same deal here. They're really the same kind of thinking. So it's been a really good first half, though, so far. Hilltoppers, I like the defense. I like that they've put up 12 more points again in the second quarter, matching the first quarter total. I think really, if there's one thing, is maybe try to limit some of the fouls. They've spread them out pretty good over the first and second quarters. Haven't maxed out. They got 9. And again, the turnovers. Both sides still having trouble with turnovers, although I do think more of the turnovers tonight are because of the defensive play, not necessarily just sloppy play.
No, they're forced turnovers, which is good for the defense. But I think that, like you said, that's like the only negative for both sides is the fouls and turnovers.
All right, the Whalers will inbound. Again, less than 20 on the clock. They get it into Gaylor and a foul. There's number 10.
Hey, Monica, come back. Actually, no. Monica, come back.
I think he said 4. That would be Kira Dance picking up her. If she was in the area, she should be picking up her first. Indeed, she does. She just came into the game, too. This is going to be 2 shots for Gaylor, as the Hilltoppers have reached their limit. The bouncer off the rim. Gaylor does not. This is her first trip. She does not hit the first.
Make sure you deny. No sideline.
Second one no good as well. Look at the rebound from Sakara. Doesn't go down, though, and now with 10 seconds, a chance for the Hilltoppers to get the last shot and a couple extra points, and they do get those points. Carrero with a great first half, 9 points. Buzzer 3, no good. What a good first half. Hilltoppers up by 7, 26 to 19 after 16 minutes of play here on Fred TV. I like what I saw, and I like that Carrero's really kind of leading the charge tonight. She's got 9 points in this first half. We look back to that Stang game, and she had 7, but she was held scoreless the entire second half. So I think a big key tonight is keep her going in the second half. She can double her point total and come up with 18 points. 9 more points from one player in that second half could prove to be the difference here.
Right, she's been doing very good in the first half. If she can, like you said, double her points, keep her hot, keep feeding her the ball, keep her flow going. You don't want to kill it. I think Durfee should do that, and their defense stays up, they'll come out very well in this game.
You saw me pose. I apologize. Dave Souza, he put the lens in my face. I got 2 cameras. I don't know, where to go.
Celebrity action.
Haven't seen Dave in a while, actually. So We'll catch up. All right, folks, stick around on Fred TV. Second half's going to be great. Durfee up by 7. We'll see you on the other side of the break for the third quarter. Stick around.
Honor, courage, sacrifice, pride, our city. Fall River has traditionally been in the forefront of honoring our nation's soldiers, sailors, Marines, and airmen. Vietnam veterans took the initiative to secure rights to an 80% size replica of the Healing Wall for Veterans Bicentennial Park. The names of over 58,000 fallen heroes will be engraved on the 360-foot long replica wall. 100% of the money raised benefits the building of our Vietnam Veterans Memorial Wall in Fall River. Help build our wall, which is scheduled to open in 2020. The meaning, the spirit, and the value of the wall is everyone's. Be part of this exceptional, once-in-a-lifetime project. To make a donation, please visit VietnamMemorialWall.org or connect with us at Facebook.com.
Okay, we're back here at the Fieldhouse, third quarter about to begin. Evan Massoud and Zach Souza with you. Whalers and Hilltoppers girls basketball. Really a good first half, Zach. Hilltoppers allowed 19 points. Both sides offensively kind of got going a little more in the second quarter. But the Hilltoppers have led for 90% of this game. And we'll see if they can build on their lead now. A 7-point lead to start the second half. Not too bad.
Not bad at all. Their defense is giving them a lot of help, too, keeping the Whalers from scoring.
No, they sure are. And we can see Mackenzie Carrero here. She had a great first half. We touched on that. She's got 9 points. And, I'm hoping that she can sustain some of her offensive numbers as we head into the second half. Again, the Stang game, she was held scoreless in the second half after a good first half. The other player, Crystal Diaz, has 8 points. Well, there she is. She just threw the ball away. Leo going to put it up, and it goes in. Diaz has 8 points, but she had a 3-ball in the second quarter. It came kind of halfway through. So she was pretty quiet in the second quarter, rather. We'll see if she can kind of start heating up a little bit. First foul here of the second half is going to be on Resendiz for the Whalers. Diaz, there she is. That was definitely tipped by Resendiz. We've seen a number of those tonight where they've gotten tipped on the way to the basket from an outside shot or on an outside shot. So the defenses have both been quite good. That's a bad pass, so Leo couldn't pick it up. It was a low pass. Good bounce in the paint. Nice job. Carrero is into double digits. Only player on either side in double digits. She's got 11 points.
Yeah, they got to keep giving her touches. What she's doing is working right now. She keeps getting good looks and keeps making them.
It's been good balance, though.
Right.
I mean, the Hilltoppers have 6 players with points. On the other side, the Whalers have, looks like 7 players with points. Yeah, 7 players. And, I mean, Resendiz is a captain. She's a forward. They've held her to 1 free throw, nothing from the field. I mean, that's a win. That's a win defensively right there. Second foul of the game for Anush Alemian. First of the half for the Hilltoppers. And it puts at the line, gosh, I can't see the number. That's number 24. That's Gordon. Gordon, in 3 free throw attempts, has missed all 3. And another foul. Oh, 2 Hilltoppers going down. Catherine Callahan picking up her 3rd foul. Loose ball picked up by Ayers. Trying to go underneath. Yeah, so the Whalers with 7 players in the book with points. So again, both sides really kind of spreading it out. Ayers leading the Whalers with just 6 points, and that's the 2 3-balls she had last quarter. Blocked. All ball. The height advantage for Leo, just too much. And Tia Rivera getting called on a foul as she went diving in for that ball. Her third foul, 3 fouls in the first 2 minutes of this half for the Hilltoppers. Got to try to cut it back a little bit. That's 3 in a row, literally in like a minute. Tipped.
Oh.
The official in the right place at the right time, and so was Gary Leet. Whalers inbound to Leo, out to Gordon. Whistle.
Moving screen, I think. Yep.
Yeah, good call. So Leo getting tagged with her second foul. Second for the team. They inbound to Diaz. Nice bounce back to Callahan. Going to try to work the opposite side. Oh, it went around. Good coverage right there from is Rivera going to put up a 3, and it's wide to the right. Carrero basically stopped 2 defenders to allow Callahan to get around the other side. It was like talking about putting a little roadblock there. That worked out quite well. The official giving one of the assistant coaches for the Whalers an earful, Zach Gillette. He said, just sit there and watch.
He's not taking nothing from
No.
him. I like it. I really like it.
Well, the assistant coaches are not supposed to talk or get up. You know, the head coaches have some leniency, but that's it. Blocked. And the Hilltoppers come away. Rivera sparked that takeaway, and it is taken away from her. Diamond Gerald will inbound with 17 seconds on the shot clock. A lot of stoppages in play to start this third quarter. It's been a long 2.5 minutes. Underneath to Diaz. Can't put it up. She's going to get her own rebound. Loses it on the second attempt. 28-21. Ayers hurling it to the opposite side. That's Resendiz. And makes its way back to Ayers. Resendiz calling for it again. She is all alone. Now Rivera quickly there. They're going to go underneath. And a foul on Anusha Lemian, it appears. And if it is her, it'll be her third. It is. And that's going to be 2 shots as Kennedy Franklin going to head to the line looking for her first basket. Franklin, I believe, is another freshman. She is. High arc. Looked really good. And just couldn't get it to fall. Did that little wraparound scoop and out of the basket. Shot number 2 off the top of the glass. Leo there for the putback. No good. She's going to get it back again. Tipped out. Who wants it? Oh, what a nice job. Resendiz kept that in by sheer miracle. Wow. And then on the other side, Franklin gets a foul on it. There was a push. Third foul for the Whalers. Her first in very limited time. She's going to sub out now, it appears. Hilltoppers inbound. Just 4 points combined over these first 4 minutes, basically, of this third quarter. It has not been a pretty start to the second half. Resendiz met with a lot of defensive pressure. Gets it out to, is that Ayers? That is Ayers. Going underneath. No good. Diamond Gerald going to get called on a foul. Durfee's 5th foul. We're only halfway through the third. Gerald's second. Leo inbound, another foul, and I think Gerald's going to get it again. No. That's on Soares. Soares picking up her second. And that will result in 2 shots. Leo at the line. 1 for 2 so far. Leo misses the first. Coach Pena seems a little stressed on the sidelines, pacing. Coach, nice guy, always gives me time before the game, always very positive, as is, Coach Smith here, new to Durfee. He's been so positive every time I've talked to him, and that's always something, regardless of the record or how the team's playing. You need that from a coach. Otherwise, the team's going to get down. I mean, as a player how important that is.
Yeah, your team feeds off of their coach. If their coach is down and their coach is whatever about it, just doesn't care anymore, it's going to rub off.
Coach Pena calls timeout.
Players are going to think, oh, why are we going to play for someone who doesn't care right now or is mad or is so out of it? They got to keep it positive while still being, assertive, and they got to keep themselves positive, though.
And that's the leadership part of it. You're dealing with high school kids. He said to me before the game, what it comes down to is it's 14, 15, 6-year-old girls playing against 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old girls.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is, So that's a quick timeout for Coach. But seriously, always very positive, very energetic. This is his 5th season leading the charge. This is my 7th doing basketball. So, the majority of the time that I've been around, he's been the coach. So, it's always nice when you have someone. I'd say 99% of the coaches that, I've run into, even first time, covering coaches, always been great to talk to. Only once in a while you run into a couple that maybe just don't like to talk or don't like their pregame routine interrupted, and they don't give you much. They kind of give you the Belichick treatment. Vasquez for 2.
The Belichick treatment.
Well, really. I'm not going to name names, but there's maybe 2 or 3 that I've run into, and I have to that's for 3, Anu Shalimian. Her first from downtown. I have to, pry it out of them, literally, tweezer, pry the information out. And most of the time that comes from the visitors who are not used to seeing, here at Durfee and at Diamond. Please, they know who we are. But sometimes the visitors, there's been a couple that, not very.
Not fans.
Well, no, it's not so much that they just don't give you much. I'm trying to just create conversation. I need some notes. I haven't seen your team all year. Tell me about your team. What's working? What's not? That's usually, if I haven't seen the team yet at all. Yeah. I do some research, obviously, but if I haven't seen them play, I like to hear from the coach directly. What's working? What's not? Mm-hmm. What are you looking to improve upon? That's my first question usually. And, man, sometimes it's just worse than pulling teeth trying to get an answer. It's well, give me something. I'm just not going to be able to talk about your team.
Yeah.
If you want, I'll just call numbers all day. But, really, help me out. The high school coaches don't hold press conferences 3 times a week like the pros do. So, I get my information, most of it, on one-on-one interaction. There's only so much that can be printed online or in video. And talk to the coaches before the game. That's the bottom line. So, Leo picks up her 3rd, 4th for the Whalers, and she's going to take a seat. Durfee up by 10. The putback nicely done by Franklin. Her first basket of the night off the bench, and a good job on before that too, keeping it in. I did not see the number. There were a lot of players down there, but somebody jumped out of bounds and swatted it back in to keep the Whalers' possession alive. Alemian loses it.
23.
And it'll be Callahan inbounding the ball. Yeah, good little run there, Durfee, with the 3-ball and then the deuce in the paint. A quick 5-0 run that, put them up by 10. Now it's 8 points. Off-balance shot from Mayette into the game now. Couldn't get it to fall. Oh, that's going to be a block, it looks like. Yeah, Carrero going to get charged on her 3rd. Already 8 fouls for the Hilltoppers, and I'm hoping for their sake that the foul trouble doesn't come back to bite them in the fourth quarter. Already putting New Bedford into bonus with more than 10 minutes to play in the game. Franklin at the line. First one misses. Everybody napping. They forgot it was a 1-and-1.
Gotta pay attention to that.
Yeah, that's heads-up basketball, knowing the situation. Oh, and they... Timeout called by Coach Pina. You want to travel, Zach.
I think there was a couple missed travels.
You're still motioning. There was a lot of movement in that little 2-foot corner. Let me...
I don't know. I think they missed one there, but a lot of feet around. You probably can't see it. But I definitely think they missed one.
Well, the timeout was granted, and the timeout stands with 2:10 to play in the third. Durfee up 33-28. 8 fouls for them in this third quarter alone. 4 for the Whalers. And they have Durfee with 4 players, 4 starters with 3 fouls. That's living dangerously. If Coach can get through, the rest of the third quarter with very limited foul trouble, I'm sure he'd be very happy about that.
You definitely don't want to get to 10 fouls with still the whole fourth quarter to play. You'd put yourself in some serious pressure.
Especially, absolutely. One of our officials checking out the camera. Gary Lead over there looking to see what we're seeing, what you're seeing, folks at home. That's for 3 from the corner. No good. In and out. Nice rebound from Mayette, stretching to get there. Alemian quickly covered up back to Callahan. Callahan out to Carrero. Back to Alemian. 15 on the shot clock. She's going to take it herself. No good. The rebound to Ayers. Thrown away. Should be Durfee ball. Took a while for the whistle to blow, too. A couple extra ticks off the clock there. 3 seconds went by before the whistle, and it was clearly already out of bounds. 90 seconds to play in the third. Durfee with possession on the turnover. Kind of been a weird quarter. Very little happening early. A lot of points in the middle, and now nothing over the last minute or so. Kind of strange. Double dribble. It'll be Durfee ball. Should be Durfee ball.
I think it was a double dribble on Durfee before the steal. I think it was just a late whistle.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I looked down at the book for a split second. I see New Bedford breaking.
Yeah.
I can only imagine it's them that double dribbled. Thank you, Zach. Timeout. Coach wants to. Oh, Coach Smith not going to get the timeout, and instead the 9th foul for the Hilltoppers.
Putting himself into trouble here.
Soares with 3 fouls, all off the bench. At least it wasn't one of the starters for Coach Smith. And Kennedy, I'm sorry. Yeah, it is Kennedy. Kennedy Franklin, that is. Franklin at the line. Oh, and that one falls the other way, too. She's missed all 4 of her free throws, all 4 opportunities coming here in this third quarter. And that was one of those 50-50. It could have bounced either way, but you know how it goes. When you're not hitting them, they don't fall.
And New Bedford doing a good job, though, of keeping their foul numbers down. I think they went into the second half with 8 fouls, and they've kept their foul numbers very low.
You're right. It was 8 first-half fouls, and they've only had 4 in this quarter. Actually, they've had 4 in each quarter. They've really spread it out. Hilltoppers, though, with 9. Yeah, definitely in some trouble. There's the 5th, though, for the Whalers, and it's the 2nd on Monica Ayers. Callahan gets it to Carrero. Carrero. Trying to set up here. Rivera. Good pass to Diaz. Now back out to Carrero. All alone! 14 points for her to lead all scorers. It's back to a 10-point game, and that was so well designed for her to get back open. Stepped out of bounds. A 3/10 of a second will be the differential between the game clock and the shot clock here. Hilltoppers, I'm sure, would like to take the last shot and go up by at least 12 here. Gonna go out to Rivera. Oh, Rivera lost it. She would have been all alone for a 3. Everybody playing back. Callahan for 2. And it's 38-26. Another steal. 5 seconds on the clock. 2 seconds. Carrero lets it fly. It's tipped. No good. Another 12-point quarter for the Hilltoppers. And more importantly, they held the visitors to just 7 points.
Durfee got their offense rolling towards the end of the third quarter. They got it going fast, and
they sure did. I mean, they allowed, what, three shots from the field for New Bedford. All the 3 different players, and then the 1 free throw was Franklin just about 60 seconds ago. So Durfee with a couple clutch 3s in that quarter. Again, Carrero with 14 points. She's leading all scorers, so not too bad here. I think Coach Athletic Director Buston has an update. What do we got? Oh, you were just coming to check the book.
54-42 New Bedford with 4 minutes left.
54-42 New Bedford boys leading Durfee with 4 minutes to play. So 12-point lead for the Whaler boys at home. So a good third quarter, though. The Hilltoppers have built their lead up to 12 points. It's the largest lead of the night. 38-26. That's what you're going to do. Now it's a matter of closing out. They're hitting some key shots. This was something that was not happening against Stang. They're creating defensive pressure. I mean, when you hold your opponent to 7 points in 2 different quarters, under 10 points in any quarter is a good defensive output. And that comes from pressure, turnovers, missed shots, just like that. So this is exactly the kind of high-paced basketball that the Hilltoppers and Coach Smith has been wanting to see. The only downer right now are the foul troubles for Durfee, really. If they can try to stay away from the silly fouls, right, and just keep playing your game, keep playing the game clean, you know, they're going to be able to probably close out a win here, which would be a huge win. Callahan with a couple baskets in that third quarter, giving her 5 points now. Alemian with the 3, she's got 5 points. Diaz was quiet in that third quarter. She still has 8 for the game. Resendiz was held scoreless in that quarter and still has nothing from the field through 3. That's quite a job by the Hilltoppers defense to basically take her out of the equation. And nothing from Ayers in that third quarter either. She's an outside threat, and she could not hit anything. Carrero for 3, and now 17 points. A 15-point lead for the Hilltoppers.
she is just on fire in the second half, too.
Yep, that was her 3rd from downtown. She's 2 for 3 at the line. She's got 3 from inside the arc and 3 from outside. Alemian. Now, how was there no foul there? I mean, Leo practically body checked her.
Over her,
I mean, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
So where's the foul there? That's
Come on.
those are the inconsistencies, and maybe it's a matter of, I mean, they're a little closer to the play than we are, but there's body contact.
Yeah.
This is a non-contact sport. I mean, I've seen a little slap on the hand get called as a foul. So
Right.
what is?
Yeah, where's the line?
Exactly. I mean, Coach kind of put his hands up like I think he was looking for one
Yeah.
too. It sure looked like there was a foul.
That foul right there would put New Bedford at 6 and could get Durfee to the line with 6 fouls on New Bedford. I mean, could just add to Durfee scoring. It would do them well. But,
Well, exactly.
I mean, keep it both ways.
Well, I mean, look at it this way. You got a 15-point lead. I could, if it was a 2-point game and that wasn't getting called, I think there'd be a little more protest about it. I mean, it's still, to me, that is a foul.
Absolutely.
There's a height advantage. There was contact.
Yeah.
You can't contact them when you're going to the basket. You cannot prevent a player from taking a shot. If you impede that process, it's a foul.
Should be a no-question foul, too, when they're in the air. And you're
really.
them. They're in the air. They're defenseless pretty much.
Yeah. Well, Durfee going to get to inbound it, so I guess it's kind of they keep possession at least. Oh,
Not for
taken
long.
away. I know, right? Ayers came flying in. Going to go coast to coast. Actually, is that 21? I think that's Furland.
Yeah,
That was
that's 21.
Furland, actually. And Durfee gets it back. So, again, trading turnovers. The key is that Durfee has been able to score when they've taken the ball away. That's kind of been the difference here tonight. When New Bedford's gotten those second chances, they've had trouble getting the points. Durfee, when they've stolen the ball back, they've made it count on a number of occasions. And again, this reminds me a little bit more of what the Somerset game was like, which was a really good win for Durfee, their second game of the year, and it was a road game too. And that was, like I said, their only win. But this is as close to that game, I'd say, in terms of the level of intensity, hitting some clutch shots, everybody getting involved, decent defense. I mean, this is as close to that as we've seen basically since that game.
Yeah, they have not slowed down at all since the first quarter.
That's a back.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know how that's not back.
Yeah, I didn't see a tip. The ref's saying it was a tip, but
Yeah, I mean, if so, then it was like, maybe an ingrown fingernail that tipped it.
yeah, that was, I don't know.
I
think they missed that one too.
I think with the tips, you're kind of going off of, the sound effect of it. Because obviously it's very hard to see.
Yeah, tough break for New Bedford.
3 chances, and the Whalers can't put it in. They're going to get a 4th chance now. And they finally get a basket. And it's Monica Ayers who puts it in. Timeout for Coach Pena. It's a 13-point game. And while we have that timeout, we'll let you know the road ahead. I hear Jake to my left. Evan, it's you. We're live. That's right. So the Hilltoppers have a tough road here over the next couple games. Hosting tonight, but then they're going on the road for 2. They have to go to BR, top team in the state, as usual. And then next Friday, they're at Dartmouth before coming home to finish the season. They'll have 6 of their last 8 games will be at home, so that's nice. For New Bedford, they are here tonight. They just came off of a 6-game homestand, which includes their holiday tournament. They had some home games there. So they're away tonight. They host Dartmouth next week. And then they hit the road and go to Barnstable next Friday. That's a tough matchup, too. Barnstable's always tough. So that's kind of what's coming up for both of these teams. Some tough games on the schedule for sure. Trying to get around everybody. Good defense from the Whalers. Callahan, basket, good. On another turnover, it turned into points for Durfee. Put up for 2, no good. Other side, the putback from Franklin, good. (43-30). Carrera wants another. That's off the back of the rim. Atia Rivera there for the rebound. Callahan thought of putting it up, instead gets it to Alemian. Now back to Callahan in the paint. No contact or foul apparently there either. Nothing getting called on the left side of the court.
I think the refs are just clocking it in right now.
Maybe. Around the back, Callahan one-on-one Can't put it up. Alemian is there for the rebound. She can't put it up. Going to get it back again, and it doesn't go. A third time. Are you kidding me?
I think the refs in the stands thought there was a foul on the third try. See a lot of hands going up.
Yeah. Leo on the other end for 2. Diaz off to the right. No good. Resendiz coming back. Feeding Leo again. Left all alone. And she's going to do that all day. It's a 9-point game with 3.5 to play. 4 quick points for the Whalers as Leo and Rivera were going at it. And Leo obviously with the clear height advantage. Now we talked about fouls. Interestingly enough, that is just the first foul of the fourth quarter, 4.5 minutes in. And it's going to result in 2 shots for Durfee. First one misses. The foul's on Franklin, her second. Diaz missing the first. This is only her second trip to the line. The first one came in the first quarter, and she missed both shots at that time as well. So 0 for 3, make it 0 for 4. Tough night at the line for Diaz. That goes out of play. Tip should be New Bedford ball. Diaz coming out. Diamond Gerald coming back in. She's had a nice night off the bench. A basket, some good defensive plays. Going to Franklin in the corner. Now getting it back out to Ayers. Look out for Leo. Oh, stolen. That's taken away. And a jump ball. When Rivera lost that ball, I definitely heard a slap, and I don't think it was the ball. It sounded like skin to skin. Timeout for Coach Smith and the Hilltoppers. So we let you know where these 2 teams are going next. Here's what's coming up on Fred TV this week. We have girls basketball. We're planning to be at Diamond on Wednesday, weather permitting. We haven't seen the Lady Bengals yet, and they're facing off against Tri-County on Wednesday. And then on Friday, we're here. We teased this last week. DCTV from Dartmouth is coming down because Jeff Cameron's Indians are coming into town. And so we're kind of doing a co-op there. Our crew with their crew running the truck and whatnot. So multicam co-op between 2 stations should be a lot of fun. Looking forward to that. The Durfee boys lost 66-51. 66-51 in New Bedford to the Whalers. So a tough loss on the road for the Durfee boys. But the girls in command here. I mean, a 9-point game is still a lot of basketball, 2:58 to play, but a 9-point lead pretty good. Hilltoppers just going to keep doing what they're doing and close it out. That's really the bottom line. They've had a lot of success tonight. Only 5 points this quarter to New Bedford's 8. So they're not hitting as many baskets as they could or as they have throughout the game. Gerald can't get that one to fall, but Carrero there for the rebound. Almost thrown away. You saw Leo cheating back in.
Play defense. Play defense.
Out to Gerald, top of the key. Now back to Carrero. That wasted 10 seconds off the clock. Now 15 on the shot clock. India Cody.
Seems to be the plan, though, to just burn the clock a little bit.
Atia Rivera, long on the 3. Hits the rim, a fresh clock. The Hilltoppers come away with it. Now Rivera puts it up for 2. Wow.
Nice pass. That was
gutsy pass for sure.
Yeah.
Jump ball, it's back up to an 11-point lead for Durfee. Corner 3, got it. Gaylor with the outside shot. That's her first basket since the first quarter. That makes it an 8-point game. India Cody with the ball. Gonna get it to Rivera. 7 on the shot clock. Carrero with a desperation three. It's off the basket. India Cody was there, and I think she's going to be able to keep it. Yeah, Durfee will inbound. 93 seconds to play.
Durfee, I mean, they just really took over this fourth quarter, scoring well, playing good defense, and committed no fouls yet in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's the big one. I mean, offensively, to be honest, they got less than they've put out in any other quarter. They've only put up 7 points. The big shot being Carrero's 3-ball earlier in the quarter, but they had enough of a lead, and New Bedford's missing enough shots.
Yeah.
I mean, New Bedford's put up 2 points. They put up 11 points in this quarter.
Yeah, Durfee missing a lot of shots, but they're making up for it on defense. And maybe a little bit of luck with New Bedford just missing shots, but
That's a bad turnover, though, right there. Leo can't get it to fall, and a foul. Offensive foul. That's a big foul going the other way. Resendiz getting her second, and it's a 1-and-1. Diamond Gerald going to go to the line. 1:03 to play. Gerald misses that first one, so no second shot. 60 seconds left in the ball game. Jumper, no good. The rebound to Callahan. And a foul. Second foul on Gaylor. Callahan will shoot 1-and-1. The game of free throws. These are the shots that matter now down the stretch. Both 1-and-1 situation. Ooh, that should be a flagrant foul. It's an elbow to the face.
come on. Come on.
And now another foul. The turnover, though, I mean, it goes Durfee's way, but I mean, that was.
Come on.
Yeah, Coach. I don't think Coach Smith was happy about that. I mean, the elbow definitely went up. There was a bit of
that was not natural movement.
There's a little extra there. So Gerald at the line again. This is the third foul for Resendiz. See if Gerald has better luck this time. Last time was only her first trip to the line. That one is good. That is a huge first shot made. Diamond Gerald has put it up to a 10-point lead again with 30 seconds. Gaylor, basket's good. Quick timeout for Coach Pina and the Whalers. Gaylor with a nice couple minutes here late in the fourth quarter. 5 points for her, 7 total. Now, thanks to this little burst in the fourth quarter. But Durfee's side of the book, offensively, a little busier than New Bedford's. And that shows with the larger lead, of course. You know, in a fourth quarter where they haven't scored as many points, they've been able to, like you said, hunker down. And I think really the defense is the key here. This is probably one of Durfee's best defensive games. I mean, we've seen small sample size here on, on our broadcasts, but I'm impressed. This is a major turnaround from a week and a half ago against Stang, in my opinion. 10th foul. Third foul on Gaylor. 2 shots, automatic 2 shots now for Carrero. Carrero is 2 for 3, has not gone to the line since the second quarter. No good. Monica Ayers and Andrea Sakira subbing back in. Resendiz, though, coming out, as well as Furlan. So kind of swapping power for power there, but I think Ayers is more of a threat from outside for sure. Second shot, good. 18 points for Mackenzie Carrero. And Durfee's going to get the ball with 20 seconds left to play. And a quick substitution again. It's like Coach Pina trying to play the matchup game, defense versus offense.
They're definitely going possession.
Yep. Loose ball, and the Whalers going to have it. Furland underneath to Leo. Leo quietly gets 11 points tonight. And another foul. Tenth foul, oh, they're already at the limit, I'm sorry. Fourth foul, though, for Resendiz. Carrero back at the free throw line with 5.8 to play. Already a 2-possession game. That's going to make it a 3-possession game, so that's it. That basically ices it.
Yeah, New Bedford just too little too late. You know, they start this a little earlier. They're probably still in the game by now. Their run just came just a little late.
Yeah, and it really came, the third quarter is what did it for Durfee. You know, they really pushed at the end of that third quarter. We're looking at, I think, another foul here. Oh, it's on Durfee. Atia Rivera picks up Durfee's 10th foul, her 4th, and so we got to wait. 0.7 on the clock, but before we close it out, we'll have 2 free throws.
I just don't see the point of fouling there. Just play off, letting the clock run out.
Well, I don't think it was intentional. Coach is laughing. I don't think it was intentional. I think, you know, Atia just doesn't, it's an on-off switch.
Yeah.
You know, she's so quick and she wants that ball constantly.
She goes from tip to buzzer.
Pretty much. Basket's good, giving Sakara 2 points for the game, and that is the game. 50-42, the Hilltoppers. They give up quite a few points in that fourth quarter, 16 to be exact. I'd say, you know, that's something to look at. Going down, you know, stamina-wise, staying the whole game and really pressing. But, you know, once again, they put up 12 points in a quarter. They put up 12 in the fourth. So not too bad. They did what they had to do. They had that cushion going into the fourth. If they gave up a few points, it wasn't the end of the world, which they did. They got outscored in the fourth. That's the only quarter that they lost, really.
Yeah.
You know, you got to win the quarters. It's like baseball. Win an inning, win 3 innings, win 4. Each inning you win, it's going to result in a winning game, you know. So this was a great game for Durfee. Definitely a turnaround from the last time we saw them. It breaks the losing streak. It's their second win of the year. But you know what? Puts them in a position here. The Big Three can't be written off now. They're 1-1. Brockton's 2-0. And you got to hope maybe New Bedford can beat Brockton. And Durfee can beat Brockton. So, as we get screened here, the custodians want to go home. It's a long weekend.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's okay. Hey, we appreciate you being with us tonight on Fred TV. Zach, as always, I'm glad you were around. A great crew behind the scenes. Great job tonight. So glad you were with us for Durfee's second victory of the year, a Big Three win against New Bedford. Final score one last time, 50-42. I'm Evan Massoud saying so long from Durfee.